Some names flicker briefly in the vast expanse of time, others burn with an eternal flame. Alexander, the Great. His story is more than history, it is a testament to human ambition, a testament to the will to conquer, to redefine the boundaries of the known world. He was a force of nature unleashed upon an unsuspecting age, a meteor streaking across the ancient sky. His impact, still felt today. Imagine a world, vast and mysterious, populated by empires old and powerful. Then, a young king arises, from a small kingdom called Macedon. He possessed a vision few could comprehend, a vision of a world united under his banner. He never knew defeat, not once. This simple fact defies probability. It challenges our understanding of what one individual can achieve, a singular point of brilliance in the human story. Every great force has an origin, a point of genesis. For Alexander it began in Pella, the capital of Macedon, born a prince. But his destiny was not mere royalty, it was something far grander, something that would echo through millennia. He was a child of privilege, yes, but also a child of immense potential, a mind waiting to be ignited. That spark came from an unlikely source for a future warrior, a philosopher, the philosopher, Aristotle, a name synonymous with wisdom. He was summoned by King Philip II, tasked with educating the young Alexander. Imagine those lessons, the master of logic, of science, of ethics, molding the mind of the boy who would conquer Asia. A universe of knowledge poured into a single receptive mind. This was no ordinary tutelage. Before Alexander, there was Philip, King Philip II of Macedon, a figure often overshadowed by his son. But without Philip, there is no Alexander. Macedon was not always a powerhouse. It was a kingdom on the periphery of the Greek world, often dismissed, often underestimated. Philip changed all that. He was a visionary, a reformer, a military genius in his own right. He saw potential where others saw weakness. Philip inherited a kingdom in turmoil. He secured its borders. He unified its people. Then he transformed its army. He created the Macedonian phalanx, a wall of spearmen bristling with sarissas, long pikes far longer than traditional Greek spears, combined with elite cavalry, the companions. This army was a revolution in warfare. Disciplined, professional, lethal. It became the instrument of Macedonian dominance, a force that would rewrite the rules of combat. Philip's ambitions were vast. He aimed to unite the fractured Greek city-states, sometimes through diplomacy, often through force. He understood power. Section 4, Shattering Empires, the Persian Campaigns. The throne of Macedon was now Alexander's. He was young, just 20 years old. Some thought him unready, easily dismissed. They were wrong, terribly wrong. He swiftly crushed rebellions, secured his base. Then he turned his gaze eastward, towards the colossal Persian Empire, ruled by Darius III, the King of Kings, an empire stretching from Egypt to India. It had stood for centuries, it seemed eternal. Alexander intended to make it mortal. The Hellespont, a narrow strait, the gateway to Asia. Alexander crossed with his army, about 40,000 strong, a modest force against Persia's vast resources. But this was no ordinary army. It was Philip's war machine, honed and perfected, and it was led by a mind unlike any other. The first test, the Battle of the Granicus River, Persian satraps confident. Section 5, The Mind of a Warlord, Tactical Genius and Unwavering Command. How did he achieve the impossible, again and again, against overwhelming odds? Was it merely luck, the favor of the gods? No, it was something more tangible. It was the mind of Alexander, a mind that saw the battlefield as a chessboard, every piece, every move, calculated. He possessed an intuitive grasp of strategy, and an uncanny ability to adapt, to turn unfolding chaos to his advantage. This was his true weapon. His tactical brilliance was legendary. He used terrain like a sculptor uses clay. He understood the psychology of his opponents. He knew when to be patient, when to strike like lightning. The famous wedge formation of his cavalry, designed to punch through enemy lines, his use of combined arms, infantry, cavalry, siege engines, all working in concert. Section 6, Beyond the Known World, the Indian Odyssey. Persia was conquered, Egypt was his. Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, bowed to him. For any other mortal this would be enough, an empire unparalleled, a legacy secured. But Alexander was not any other mortal. His gaze turned further east, towards the fabled lands of India, a realm of myth and mystery, of immense wealth and powerful kingdoms, new worlds to conquer, new glories to win. The edge of the known world beckoned. The march into India was arduous, brutal, through towering mountains, across raging rivers. His army faced unfamiliar climates, strange diseases, and new formidable enemies, Indian kingdoms, ruled by proud rajas, with armies unlike any they had faced before. Section 7, a light extinguished, the enigma of Babylon and an enduring echo. The return journey was fraught with peril. Through harsh deserts, more losses, more suffering, but eventually they reached Babylon, the magnificent city, slated to be the capital of his vast empire. Alexander was just 32 years old, at the zenith of his power, his fame. He was planning new expeditions, Arabia, perhaps the West. The world, it seemed, still lay open before him. His energy was boundless, his ambition undimmed. The cosmos of his achievements was still expanding, but even the brightest stars eventually fade, or are snuffed out too soon. Then illness struck. A sudden fever. The accounts are unclear. Conflicting. Was it poison, malaria, typhoid, or simply the accumulated toll of years of relentless campaigning? We may never know for certain. The conqueror of the world, the man who had stared down death on countless battlefields, was now helpless, bedridden. His generals gathered.